Previously on the Tarantula Spotlight, I handled my Brachypelma albopilosum, the Honduran curly hair, for the very first time. Link for that video is in the description below. You're watching Day or Night X. X is for exotics. My name is Daylitor Knight, aka Michael Jewel Davis, and this is Cotton Candy. She is a Grammostola species Maule chilling gold fluff. I'm gonna have a link in the description below of a tea spotlight that I did. I think it might be her very first tea spotlight I ever did on this tarantula, and it was a request video from an old friend that wanted to know about this tarantula when I first got her. And a lot of the information I'm going to say in here is in that video, but it's a good video to go back on because I actually give a little bit more information on that species, kind of raw information, and I'll give that in here. But that is another video, her very first one, I believe, and I'll put that in the description below. If you don't know anything about this species, this is a Grammostola species, obviously, but this is the reason why they say species Maule is because it's actually from Maule, and you know, it's a location. It's not some kind of made-up last name from somebody who found it. It's actual location. So this is like a locality issue with this species. The common name, the chilling gold fluff, that is the common name that I chose to use because there are so many common names for this species that I went ahead and just went with the common name that was the most common among in all the people who own this species. John 3800, for an example, uses a completely different common name for this tarantula than I do. I don't even really know what he uses. I just heard it a few times, and there's a few other people that have this tarantula that I know that use a completely different common name than I use. I just use the one that is most common, the one that I see the most throughout message boards, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, reptile shows, expos. Chilling gold fluff is the one I see the most for this species. Going further than that, being here in the United States, and I've mentioned this in a prior vid, the vid that I'm linking below, I think I mentioned this same topic in, is that over here in the United States, this tarantula is not as readily available via expos and things like that as I give this girl a feeding. She's not a big eater. I was shocked she ate in this video, but she ate in this video. But like I was saying, this species is not readily available in the US as it is overseas, from what I hear. Now, obviously, I've never taken a trip outside of this country, so I can't prove that with my own eyes and my own experience, but that's just what people who own this species overseas have told me, that they can get this one just like they give a porteri. It's just that readily available. Here in the United States, not so much. I got this one from Jamie's Tarantulas, and I think I've had her for at least 5 years now, might even be 6 years now, and she was a wild-caught specimen. She was a 4-incher at the time, and right now she's probably around 5 inches, 5.5 inches long. She's not a very big tarantula, but she's nowhere near full grown. She has a lot of growing to do, and I'm looking forward to that. She's actually, like I said, a little shocked that she actually even ate in this video, because most of the time she will go months without eating. She's one of my more picky, finicky, inconsistent eaters, but she never drops weight. She never ever goes into a bout where she's like curling in a death curl. She never gets dehydrated. She's one of my more versatile, more durable tarantulas in my collection, and it's one of the reasons why I love her. Out of all the Grammostolas, this one probably is my favorite. You know, there's a lot of Grammostola species I need to own, like the Brazilian black, but I love this tarantula because of everything it has going on. Now, yes, it does have a lot of similarities to red colorform porteries, if you want to call it a red colorform portery, because I know a lot of people say a red colorform porteri is a G. rosea. That's a whole different video. But people do get this one confused with Grammostola porteries, roseas, red colorforms, brown colorforms, what have you. This is a Grammostola porteri. This is the very first tarantula I ever owned. This is a Chilean rose hair. This is the most readily available tarantula in the US, obviously. So as you look at the two, because people get a lot of confusion about these species, thinking they're the same, as I give this greedy little girl feeding, just because she participated so willingly in this video. She was out in the open and participated well, so I gave her a feeding as well. As you can look at this species, they look nothing like a Grammostola maule. Grammostola maule, first and foremost, the carapace. My Grammostola maule's carapace is a dark black to a, I should say a black to a darkish brown when she starts to brown up before she molts. This is a pink carapace. The comparisons really just stop right there. But if you want to go on with that, you can. The hairs on the Grammostola maule is much more intense, much more profound, and they obviously are much more pronounced throughout the body, where the Grammostola porteris is not. The stripes on the legs of the maule, and from what I've seen, the porteri has gotten a lot bigger than this maule. The maule, like I said, has so many different colors going on with her. She almost looks like a variation of several different species, ranging from a paraphysa to a Grammostola, and to in a way almost like a Euphobus, a skeleton tarantula, because of the stripes. So she kind of, or Grammostola. She has a lot going on in that regard, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this tarantula at the time. And this is definitely one of the better pickups I've ever gotten as far as my tarantulas collection, because I really lucked up on her. She is a wild caught specimen that I got from James Tarantula, so that was something different. So this is definitely a tea that I think any owner should have, and you will not regret it. These are great species.